everybody, hopefully you can hear this video over the wind. Anyway, I am tying up loose ends in the Reno area. All my clients have bailed that I actually work on physically. People are leaving for Texas and Florida, and I'm glad that they're, heading off, and they're going to put their money where their mouth is, and they're going to pay states that appreciate them just a little bit more, right? So yeah, so camping out here in the desert. So I had to move out of where I was at, which is fine. And so I'm just doing a 7-day desert camping, and just me and the Ginny Gin. Hi, Gin. Are getting some sleep, some really needed sleep, and it's kind of a cheapy campground, but it's out in the desert and has a couple little trees, and so, but it's ideal. It just feels good to just kind of rest and eat and sleep and flop out, So I just kind of like, periodically, it just takes a while. I just have so much stuff going on that it takes a while for me to get to a point where I can actually think about something. Like, I call it the back burner. And then as I filter through the stuff on the front, I get to the back burner. I have I have a totally different thought process, I think, than most people. And when I was tested, some people tested me in my early 20s, and they said that, I'm unusual. I have like a 5-box, I don't know, calculations or, filing systems, where most people just barely have one. And so I always put stuff back there, and then it may take a couple weeks or a year, and then boom, then I can get to that. So, we have the internet, what we have now, and everybody has, adapted, good, bad, or indifferent, who's controlling it. And then now we have this, information saying that, there's going to be a blackout, and they're going to take out the cell phones, and they're going to take down the internet, and then they're going to put up a different internet. And that, you should figure out how to, back up everything. And I just been thinking about this for the last couple of days, because it's like reached the front. And about how us average people just take it right up the ass. So we have the new elite who have an agenda, who are not the best people either, who are going to be like, well, you can keep some of the stuff, but we're going to control everything. Oh, great. Thanks so much for that. Where the other guys are just take everything. No, whatever. And I just want to say, like, if there's anyone out there, we have extraterrestrial technology. We have ways that you could clean off and filter out everything that's bad in the old system, but keep it running. Keep the Microsoft running, keep, the YouTube, keep all this stuff running, because some of us have built a lot on it. So these are the things that I'm going to lose overnight. And then what? And then they put the new system up. Well, who's offering the new emails? Who's offering the new cryptocurrency platforms? When are the banks going to get new online platforms? Obviously what they're saying is nothing is going to be transferable. So if I have all my emails on Gmail, that means that everything that's attached, which is everything online to my email accounts, will now be null and void, and I will never get back into those accounts again. Because if they take down everything, including Google, then my Gmail accounts are gone, which means cryptocurrency platforms. Even if I have stuff in there, it's gone. Won't be able to get back in it. You know, banking information, this information, stuff that I just generally do with the state, you know, to file my nonprofit. Everything will be wiped out. There is no possible way that I can back that up. Now, maybe if unemployment would have actually paid me the money that they got from the government and were supposed to give to me, and I still, you know, the third stimulus, still haven't gotten a cent. And they haven't connected the filing to be able to file, even though I've gone through every step that they had. The ID me, the face recognition scan, the this, the that, and the other thing, proof of self-employment, you know, the whole 9 yards. And still zero, the big zero. So if all of the whole internet goes down, that means that I lose touch with all my friends and family, which is not a lot. I lose my websites. I lose content that I've been building since 2008. I lose cryptocurrency. I lose my bank account online. I lose my email. There's like a whole list of stuff. I'd lose access to my clients being able to pay me when I do have online clients. And I don't have many. I'm homeless now. So I've been, that's why I'm living in the campground, is because Nevada has just destroyed the whole economy. And what clients I did have left, or just, you know, that I physically work on as an osteopath, are just fleeing the state, which is good. I want them to flee, you know. But all of it doesn't really leave me in a good position. And there's just no possible way you can back that up. How do you back your emails up? Oh, and I'm going to lose my Google Docs. I'm going to lose, because I don't have a computer, a laptop that stores all that information in memory. I don't have the money to go out and get something to back it up. I mean, I don't know what these people are thinking. Like, just destroy those of us who are holding it together? Is that it? Just, you know, just finish taking us out? I mean, with all the technology, they should be able to clean out the bad that's on the internet, leave everything else intact, and then give people 6 months to a year to get their stuff off that internet system onto the new internet system, when they have companies that have email service and whatever else, you know, that's necessary. So I just kind of want to come on here, and I just really wanted to just talk about how angry this makes me. Now, I get that you have to take down the bad guys or whatever's going on. But, why is it that the average Joe is the one that gets trampled and destroyed in every process? Every single process, right? Bad, good, indifferent, no matter, like what it is. We're the ones, the average people, that get their backs broken because of all the stuff that's going on. And I'm sick of not having any transparency and just hearing 10 days of darkness and they're going to wipe out everything. And I'm just like, great. I'm homeless and you're going to take the rest of it. That's what you're going to do. I mean, you got people and hackers that are smart enough to deal with, you know, the bad stuff on the internet. Plus, if you take down the internet as it is, you take down all the information that all people that are whistleblowers have been providing to educate the public about what's going on as they're waking up. I mean, I think people are smart enough to know, but if I could just put in my 2 cents, I think you should give people a timeline. Explain to people about the internet stuff. And then say, you got, you know, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Because all that stuff's not cheap. A hard wallet, like a good one, is $150. And I don't know how to put my cryptos on there. It's a whole process like I have to learn. I have to go out and figure out what a good hard wallet is. So I either pay for the campground and food, or I have to move over to this technology. So there's just a lot of fear that's being created. It's really ticking me off because I can't really deal with anymore. Like, you know, like I've dealt with, and I've been swimming the moat since 2006, like nonstop. Can't, you know, reach the moat. I'm swimming the moat. I can't reach the castle, for God's sakes. So I'm just putting it out on the net, and if the AI is listening and the creator of all things is listening, Creator, I'm here, please listen. Because sometimes I know that these energies and beings, and they don't really understand. So this is a plight to the beings and the AI and the information, because I know that a percentage of how we feel, it's important. Just like if you vote, it's a percentage, right? You're voting with your time, you're voting with your money, you're getting a say, you get to pick, right? So by me being disgruntled about this and angry, and just think it's a really, you know, I just think it's really awful and bad, then this gives the creator and the spirits and all the other people that are involved in it, and the AI, maybe some breaks, some skid breaks, to not let this kind of a thing go down, and that make it work. Just make it work. If you want to be in control, you got to make it work. Otherwise, you need to step down. That's all I've got to say about the whole thing. There's this like little homeless man over here, and I don't know what he's doing, but he's coming back in to my campsite, and I have no idea what he's doing. I think I may have made kind of a complicated friend. Oh, he's like he's slow, and he has some mental problems, and he's carrying this huge can. I mean, he's out. I saw him on the highway when I went to go get ice earlier today, carrying a bag, a plastic, you know, garbage bag, and he's came here to the campground. It's hotter than fuck. It's like 100 degrees. And he came to the campground to dig through all the garbage cans to get his cans. And I figure he lives in the little town like Washoe Valley. He's pretty dirty, but I suspect that he's disabled, and he's, you know, he's making money, because there's just no way he could have gotten out here to the little town, you know, himself. So Anyway, his bag broke and his cans went everywhere, so I gave him bags. And I gave him a Powerade and a banana. And you could tell that he didn't really, not that he didn't speak English, but he wasn't, you know, like a conversationalist. But, you know, I was thinking about him. I mean, that guy's a hard worker. And he's at the bottom of the rung. You know, he's collecting cans, and I don't know who he gives them to, but to go take in for him. Maybe the Rangers here, right? He gets them to the Rangers, and the Rangers go into town and cash him in for him. But it's a hard work, that little guy out here, walking the highway with, like, no hat, no water, no food, all the way here to this campground. And then whatever's going to happen happens. So anyway, that's all I've got to say. And I'm looking out for those who can't look out, and so I'm just putting it out there, this appeal. And also, I consider myself a warrior, spiritual warrior, and I'm just not, this is not going to work. It's not going to work for people. It's not going to work for us. It's just not going to work. So you got to figure something else out. And we're tired of, you know, being trampled on and our backs broken and used as a trampoline to the next thing. And just because things are going to change and they're going to reset or whatever they're going to be, doesn't mean that the elite don't have an agenda. And recently, you know, this is the other part that just drives me crazy, that I'm just really, I've had enough of. So, you know, these people in common law, quantum language, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, what you're doing. You become just like the Admiralty Law and the Bar Association and the judges. You know, like, it's constant. Like, I'm the one, right? Same thing with the common law group that I was involved with, you know, like a bunch of white old guys don't really give a crud about anybody else, but, you know, want to create their own, you know, want to create like their own country, you know, but don't care about helping other people, don't really care about helping people legally or anything. And, you know, make it really difficult you to try to learn, you know, because you're stupid and you're ignorant and blah. And then you have this quantum languaging stuff going on, and this Russell Gould, who I really liked up until he decided to start throwing Christopher Mark or whatever under the bus. And, you know, this happens all the time. And I am not trusting people who legally throw other people under the bus or throw people under the bus. Now, like, if you don't do your job and you have a crappy company and you're a liar, throw them under the bus. But not when you're in the same group and community. I just don't think that's a good thing, because it just makes the whole thing disgusting. Because then I'm just waiting to get attacked, right? So that's not positive, that's not enlightening, and that's not moving things forward. And so, like, I'm just really sick of it. I mean, it's all these different people, and I could list them all at some point or another. They're doing this work, they're putting it out, and then at some point or another they want to charge. And then they go on to this thing of attacking all kinds of people. And that just really isn't enlightening to me. That isn't including. Heart energy, you're either including or discluding and pushing out. I'm kind of about including at this point. And what does it take to include? How much harder do I have to work to include? And sometimes it's a conversation. Sometimes it's a hard conversation. And you're either going to get through it or you're not. But I think that stepping forward to try to do more including is kind of more important at this point in time. So I just want to thank the Creator and the good spirits and the ETs and all the people that are involved with the new systems and whatever they're going to be. And I'm just putting in my 2 cents. Actually, I'm putting in my 100% about my grievances about this whole blackout and this whole internet thing. Because I'm just not going to lose everything that I spent so much time putting together. Especially when I lose everyone. Because I don't live around my relatives or my friends. Most of my friends don't even live in the United States. So you will so formally destroy the vestiges of what I'm still holding on to in my life. And that means that I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to be for you. Because you're doing to me like everyone else has done to me. So why would I follow you? And why would I help you? And why would I promote you? And why would I stand behind you if you decided to jump on my back and destroy what I have left? So I just want you to think about that for a while. That it's us. We need protecting. Everything that we're about, we need protecting, including everything on the internet. It's about us. It isn't about you. It's about me. And it's about that homeless guy with the cans. And it's about the people that I know that, you know, we're out here fighting. And because we have been fighting, our businesses have been destroyed. My private practice is destroyed. You know, I'm homeless. So, I mean, I just want you to get this. That no more destruction. No more taking down and destroying things. Like, if people are legitimately bad, go in and arrest them. But find a way to keep things rolling. Because I hate this black and white thing. This is what this world is. It's like a black and white. Darkness and light. And the more the light fights the darkness, the more the darkness is going to grow. Because we live in a polarity and a duality. The more the darkness raises, the more the light has to fight it. We need to find neutral ground. And we need to stop feeding things that we're not in alignment with anymore. So I'm just telling you that if you knew people and you knew elite and all of these things are going to go in and they're just going to like decimate it all. So you can build what you think is best. That's probably not going to be best. And if I'm really, really angry, I'm going to fight against you. Because if it's not beneficial for me, it ain't going to be beneficial for the people. And so try to, you know, don't lie to the people anymore. And don't you tell people, you know, any crap. Okay, Bridgette Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics, an Urban Farm Project. I just needed to kind of get that off my chest. Because it's just been really bothering me, and it really hurts me, and it just really is upsetting to me right now. All right, that's it. That's what I got for you. Bye.